Welcome to this episode of Connecting Cherokee. I'm Amber Holcomb, Realtor with Atlanta Communities, and today we have Chef Joe Elias with Joe's Lone Star Tacos in Canton, right off of Exit 20 off of Keith Drive. So, welcome, Joe.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So, Chef Joe is an Army veteran and chef and co-caterer with his wife, Paula Elias, of Paula's Zzerts, here at the same location. So let's get to know Chef Joe and Joe's Lone Star Tacos.
Okay.
So tell me about your business.
Well, like you said, we're Joe's Lone Star Tacos. We do tacos. Started of actually the food truck kind of started as a request at the farmers market that we used to do. Joe's Lone Star Tacos, I should say, started that way when we were first started. And when we first moved here to Canton, we were doing the farmers market, and Mickey, who was then the manager of the market, found out that I was a chef, and she asked me if I could do some food. Being from Texas, it was either barbecue or tacos. So
Yes,
I love
yes.
tacos.
No,
So
it's the best food.
yes,
the
so that's what I started doing. Couldn't really, I also is the style of tacos that I do, I couldn't really find it here. Being from Texas, as I say, as Texans say, everything's better in Texas. So I couldn't find what the style that I wanted. So that's what kind of led me to reaching out to some of my friends there in Texas and just kind of bouncing recipes back and forth, and that's what happened. Actually, it started out just us doing Paula's Zzerts at the market, and then right in 2019, at the end of 2019, we got into a point to where it's just Joe's Lone Star just kind of developed, and so just to I keep people from being confused about tacos or desserts.
Yeah.
So because that was part of the thing, people like, wait, this is Paula's Zzerts, what are these desserts?
Yeah.
So we just kind of created Joe's Lone Star Tacos. That's the creation of it right there.
And I love the logo.
Yes,
Absolutely love that.
yes.
It's great.
Actually, it's a local guy that we met at farmers market. This is what he does, mostly mustard. And I wanted this is what I wanted. No, of course, being from Texas, I'm a Longhorn fan, and so I wanted the Longhorn, and I wanted the star for the Lone Star State, and I just kind of threw some ideas at him, and this is what he created. And so
Love it.
this is it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I first got introduced to you. I was here for a murder mystery dinner early May, and catered to have the taco bar and the desserts out, and I was very impressed. I could not. I think I said it in the first interview. I couldn't eat enough. Like it was so delicious, and
Awesome.
loved it. And I knew that I wanted to come back and talk to you guys
excellent.
and feature you on the community website. So, So in this line of work, you love what you do. You love food.
Yes.
You love the presentation side of it.
Yes.
What do you find is one of your greatest challenges for this line of work?
Well, right now I can say the greatest challenge is getting the word out that we're here, that we have a brick and mortar. People are still discovering that that we have a brick and mortar because they're so used to it's been at the farmers market and things like that. But I can say that's probably the greatest challenge that we have right now. It's just getting the word out that they everything that they enjoyed about the tacos at the farmers market or the tacos at the on the food truck, they can come here. One of the things that we're in the process of developing is revamping the menu here to give more options, because even here at the restaurant we do have more options than what I can do on the food truck.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I even on I know I keep saying it on my lives when I go live and stuff in different locations. But I actually am developing a new menu, so it just takes some time. It's just I won't say I'm a perfectionist, but I like to get the flavors right before I present it to to the public. So things I'm working on things and trying it out. Paula, my wife, she's my guinea pig. So I try
Lucky
some.
lady. Lucky lady.
I try stuff out and say, hey, what do you think of this? Or what do you think of this? How does this taste? Or what do you think about changing this or putting this sauce with it or doing this? So it's a process and so yeah. But eventually we will. I wanted to do it a lot sooner, but it's just no time.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
and it unfolds as it should.
yes,
Right.
yes,
You
yes,
rush it and you don't
yes,
get
yes,
the results you want
yes,
usually.
exactly, exactly.
So tell me, what are some locations that your food truck can be found at?
Of course, no. If you don't know about First Fridays, I'm there. First Fridays downtown Canton.
Okay.
I'm always there every first Friday. I'm at Truck and Tap quite often, at least twice a month. One there in Woodstock. Um,
And they have another location that you're at as well,
yes,
aren't they?
at Duluth,
Duluth.
the one in Duluth. They just opened another location in Lawrenceville. I'll be at that one as well.
Wonderful.
Well, if you can't find me here at the restaurant, you can always find me at First Friday downtown there. And so yeah, and oh, of course, and any events at BBQ and Brews, the festivals and stuff like
Okay.
that. I'm always one of the vendors there at those different events.
And where's the barbecue and brews?
BBQ and Brews. There's a couple here in Canton, Ball Ground, Cartersville. Where else does he do? Ball Ground, Cartersville, Canton. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what is it that brought you to this community? What do you love about Canton?
Actually, I love the community of Canton. That is one to know when my wife and I first moved here. Well, we moved here in 2012. We had an apartment in Roswell, and we although Roswell is great, it's a great area. But what we wanted was the city life, but country setting. So that's what kind of brought us here. Is we're not too far from the city. If we want to go to the city or something like that, we can. But we still come to a small community. We love the community here. That's one of the things that we really um, when we first started doing the farmers market here. It's just the community feel that we got at the farmers market. That's one of the things that we started doing the farmers market before we bought our house here, which kind of led to us just wanting to move here. So we've been here since 2016, and we love it here ever since we got here. So
That's a recurring theme.
yes,
Is you get to have all the conveniences of having a lot of retail and a lot of residential homes kind of close together, but then you also have all of the green space that Canton offers. So
and being
it's
close to the
gorgeous.
mountains helps as well. So.
Well, what does Chef Joe do for fun
Oh, what is
when you have time for fun?
cook?
Yeah.
Well, my wife and I, we like to go up to, like I said, go up to the mountains, and when we have time, go up to LJ or something like that. Just go up to the orchards. Just do that. So that's when we have time. That's a great thing. One of the things that we've done for a couple of years is our anniversaries in January. We'll go and just get a cabin in the mountains and spend some time there, just some quiet time there. So that's for fun, I guess. That's what I do.
Okay. Well, what is something most people don't know about you? We heard about Paula playing a doctor on TV.
Oh.
Is there anything in Joe's life that most people don't get a snapshot of?
Well, actually, I guess there's a couple of things. I actually started out after I got out of the army. I was actually going to be a teacher. I was going to school to be a secondary teacher, grade school teacher. Started back working in the restaurants, after because I worked in restaurant before I went into the Army, got out, and was going to be a teacher because I love both of us love kids, and started back working in a restaurant, and that was where I figured out that was my true passion. So I went to culinary school. So I was almost a teacher. So
What did you do? So you've been in the Army.
Yes.
What was your role?
I was infantry. So,
Okay.
so yeah.
Any interesting places that are noteworthy for you?
Well, Korea was interesting.
Korea?
Went over there. It was interesting over there. So yeah.
I've heard, it's one of those things where the teenagers these days are all about Korean culture.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's a top place
Yes.
for my kids. Like,
Okay.
where do you want to go when you grow up and you can travel? And they're like,
Yes.
I want to go to Korea.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, yes,
all right,
yes.
well, interesting. What is one nugget of wisdom from your line of work that you would like to share?
One nugget of wisdom. If if this culinary is truly your passion, go for it. Don't let anything stop you. It's
I'm going to have you repeat that. We just had a plane fly over, so I don't know if the camera picked that up. So I'm going to have you repeat that.
I said if culinary is truly your passion, go for it. I'm trying to think of the quote that Chef Anthony Bourdain said. I can't recall it exactly, but he.
No curse words now, okay?
No, no, not those words.
Okay, just making sure.
No, it's just it's food is to me food is just is one of the things that I guess is floating around on social media now is that creating food or to being able to cook a meal for someone and give someone, just put yourself into a meal and then having that person enjoy it and then seeing that joy that they're experiencing of something that you created is
that's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. All right. Well, how can people find you online?
Of course, social media. My Instagram is at Joe's On Star Tacos. Or the website is Joe's. What is it? Joe's. I don't know.
We'll have it posted. We'll have it listed under the video, and then it'll be on the profile page here on the Connecting Cherokee Park Bench website. And then you'll be able to post any specials, any events, where you can find the food truck when you're going to be out and about. So all of that's going to be readily available and sent out weekly. So stay on top of that.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is all for today's episode of Connecting Cherokee. Thank you, Chef Joe, for joining us today. And reach out to me if you would like to be featured on this community website, or if you are thinking about buying or selling a home. I'm here. I'm happy to help, and see you next time.